So this video is for those people saying, Flora, you're a banker, you know what to do, you know the right thing to do, go through the due process, go get a court order. Get a court order. You guys even know what a court order is? Do you even know how much a court order costs? Okay, let me start the explanation by asking you this question. If you have a problem with your neighbor did something to you that is going to become a problem, will you leave your neighbor and go straight to court, or go get a lawyer, or go to the police station? Is that the first thing you do when you have a problem with your neighbor, or when you have a problem generally with anybody? The first thing you do is to converse, is to get the person to have a conversation with you, right? So it is when the conversation is no longer making sense that you now be like, no, I think I need to get a court order, or I need to get police, or I need to get a lawyer. That is when the person is not willing to have a meaningful and reasonable conversation. So a court order is actually the last resort. Is the last resort when you have tried to do everything else and it's not working out. That's when you get a court order. It's the same thing when you have a problem with your bank. You mistakenly transfer money to a wrong account. What I have tried to do in the little time that I have been here is to establish a connection between the person that did the wrong transfer and the person that received the wrong transfer. Because actually, if Nigeria is a working system, you actually do not need to get to the point of needing a court order. You walk into your bank and the maybe customer service representative or the account officer, whoever you are interfacing with, is supposed to be able to help you establish a connection with the person that received the erroneous transfer. That's the way we receive the erroneous transfer. So it's supposed to be called, like supposed to be called in a working system. So what I've tried to do is establish a connection between these two parties. Let's talk. Please help us to refund it. We'll give you a percentage out of the money, or let's just talk. It is when everything else has failed that we now resort, okay, let's get to court. Let's get an order from the court. In this case that I posted yesterday, it is somebody that we know. I got to find out that, oh, this person is somebody that is putting himself out on social media. If it's one of those profiles that they used to lock their profile, lock picture, I won't even bother. I won't even bother reaching him. I will just go straight to doing what I'm supposed to do. But he is a content creator. He's somebody that has put himself out here. So he's more like a public figure. So they know they hide anything for his side. So that is why I've decided to go through this route. We don't need to get a court order. So now that you have learnt this, the next time you go to your bank, I am not praying for you to have this kind of problem. That is why I keep hammering it to you guys. Please declutter your beneficiary list. Delete the names and account numbers of people you know that you are not using again on that beneficiary list. Delete everybody out of that list. I have been saying it here, like singing it like a song. Delete them. But just in case you have this kind of problem, go to your bank. The first person you interface with, try to establish a connection. Try to open a communication line between you and that person. Most times they are not willing. Most times it's not because it's not what they are supposed to do. Most times they are just too busy. They don't really have time to follow up and do all of these things. But what usually they are supposed to do is to help you connect with the person that received the wrong transfer. Call the person or give you something to establish a connection with the person. Yes, you are not supposed to get a court order on the first instance. You are not supposed to get a court order on the first instance. No, it is a last resort. A court order is a last resort. I hope you have learned something from this video. Please help me share it. Until I see you again, this is Flora, your digital banker. God bless you.